All right, guys. So we got to talk about these Cybertrucks. Okay. Now, look, you know, I've watched a lot of videos about these things. Okay. Of course, I saw the video where the gas pedal gets stuck and then it's a huge problem and all this other stuff, and it's so dangerous, right? I could see that a little bit. But here's the problem I thought of. So in the video, for some reason, as he's demonstrating how it gets stuck, he has to hold it on with his fingers. Okay? Why can't he replicate it and get it to hold down to the floor by itself without him having to hold it? Okay? So there's the first problem. The second problem with that video is what I found here, right? I'm getting ready to just let you guys see this. And a lot of people just jumped all over this guy, and I don't think that was right. Okay. A lot of their claims would be adequate and would be justified if we were talking about a different scenario. Okay. I really don't understand why everyone is so focused on this gas pedal when there are so many other safety concerns. Okay. I think this is the least of your problems. And like, I just watched a video not too long ago. They said how to fix it in 60 seconds. He drills a hole through the pedal and through that plastic clip or whatever it is. And then they used a rivet or a screw or something. I couldn't really tell what exactly they were doing with it, but they used a mechanical connection to hold those two pieces together. And after that, there's no more problem, right? So this is not that big of a deal. Okay. I already know a lot of people are going to call me a fanboy and they're going to try all this other stuff. I don't care. That's not what we're here to do. All right. I'm here to give you my opinion. And it's getting ready to get so much worse than the gas pedal. Okay. And if you're that concerned about it, you could just rip that thing off, right? All you're losing is a little bit of the aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? So it'll still work just like a gas pedal without that plastic piece on there. You just take that off. Okay.
Warning. I can easily, look, I'm fully pressed there. I can floor this pedal, both pedals pressed, nothing's going on. Now, let's see if I can show you that here. We'll release the brake and it slowly, whoa, and then it goes. Let's stop here again. Okay, so there is no way what these people are talking about is possible. So, all right, let's accelerate a little more. Let's go here. Going 30-ish. Let's press the brake. And I'm flooring the accelerator pedal. And I just lightly hold the brake. Just lightly. And then I let go. And then it shoots. But hold on. I just step on the brake lightly, barely touch it. I'm barely touching it. If I step on it more, I can make this slow down much faster. There we go. That's not a problem. So
what's happening here is the brake pedal is actually overriding the throttle. Okay. I think this is the least of your concern. Okay. The other thing is, supposedly, that plastic piece, or whatever it is, it slides up, right? And it sticks the pedal to the floor, and then you can't do anything about it. But couldn't you just slide that piece back down? Right? Push the brake all the way down, or however much you need it to slow down to counteract that that gas pedal being pushed down, slide that plastic piece back down where it's supposed to be, and pull over and deal with it, right? Fix it, put a screw through it, something. Whatever you do, just rip it off. Whatever you want to do, right? You know, and especially since everyone should know at this point that that could potentially be a problem, just take it off. Take it off, put a screw through it, like I said, do something, right? But like I said, there's so many other problems, right? This guy did a great video here, because until this, I had no idea that, you know, the brake pedal would actually, you know, disengage the throttle like that. I had no idea. So now let's get to something that is a serious problem with these things, okay? So this video says Tesla Cybertruck brake and steering fail. How could that happen? Okay, that's what we're going to talk about today. How could that happen? Both at the same time. Now I know the steering is steer by wire. And a lot of people are saying, oh, well, we trust that in planes, you know, so we should be able to trust that in a vehicle as well. I think I might have a wrench to throw into that argument. Okay.
Welcome back. So it seems that the Tesla Cybertruck is again cyber stuck, and you can see the picture of this here. This is on March 4th and is being towed away. Let's read the details of this thing. What does it say here? This is coming from a Matthew Schiarello. He's the owner of the Tesla Cybertruck. It says, love at my Tesla and at my Cybertruck, but, quote, catastrophic failure with steering and brakes while on a road trip with wife and toddler. Pretty not good. Oh, and service center not open today. So again, pretty not good. Oh, and service center not open today. And he had a catastrophic failure with his steering and brakes. So not good. As you guys can see this here, not good at all.
Now, I looked. I looked through YouTube. I couldn't find anyone actually looking at the braking system these trucks use. Okay. And I have a theory as to why that is. Now, in order for this to be possible, for you to lose your brakes and your steering at the same time, according to what this person has in this video here, right? That means it has to be a software glitch in order for that to happen. Because these two systems are obviously wired differently, right? There should be a brain that is then sends communication out to your steering and communication out to your brakes. And I wonder if anyone is starting to wonder, like, what the big problem is here. I'm getting ready to tell you. What that means is a software glitch could essentially render the driver a passenger in his own vehicle and be powerless to stop a collision or any other horrific things that could happen. Okay. You know, and of course, this person could be, you know, full of crap. That's possible. I mean, the person that wrote the article and explained what went wrong with his truck. You know, maybe it was just a steering glitch. That would be bad enough on its own. But if you lose steering and can't stop the truck, okay, that's horrible. You know, just imagine if you're going down the freeway, right? And all of a sudden you can't turn and you can't stop, and there's a turn coming up, right? Where you're supposed to actually turn to stay on your side of the freeway, right? But if you can't turn, well, guess what? Now you're heading straight to oncoming traffic. And if you can't stop, then there's nothing you can do. You're just going to have to hope those other cars going down the other side of the freeway are going to be able to see you in time and avoid a collision, which is very slim because that happens very fast. Okay. I'm starting to think Elon Musk is a madman.
You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and before you even knew what you had, you patented it and packaged it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it. You want to sell it. Well,
I don't think you're giving us our due credit. Our scientists have done things which nobody's ever done before.
yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
If he has really engineered the car to use software to determine when you're pressing the brake or not, and I assume that's what he did, since the brake can override the throttle, okay? And that means, like I said, a software glitch could render the brake pedal useless, and you wouldn't be able to stop. And if that same software glitch also renders steering useless, guess what? I mean, if that's literally a thing that can happen.
Truck tire. I can't stop! Help!
The other thing too, we always hear you're not allowed to use cell phones on airplanes. Why is that? Because there could be a rogue cell phone that uses a signal, and could actually start messing up their flight instruments. Now, as these things start rolling out more and more, you have to wonder, is there going to be a problem with people using cell phones, right? As they're going down the road with one of these things, and then you get a certain phone that emits a specific signal that that could interfere with the software, right? It's something we're going to have to think about. To me, I think that's the biggest problem right there. No one is talking about the braking system. Here's another problem that I'm thinking about. Okay, so I watched a video where they were taking one of these things apart and they were going through and showing like all the different redundancies, right? And so what I wonder then is, you have all these redundancies, but then this still happens. You still have a car that potentially killed this entire family and another family that they could have ran into. So how could that happen if all these redundancies were there to keep this from happening? Okay. Problem is, if it's a software glitch, then that's not a mechanical problem. That's a software problem. Okay? And I just don't know if you really want to trust a car, okay, that could have a software glitch that could end your lives and countless others, right? I mean, I think, like, is this really the way these things are set up? Okay? You push the pedal and then software tells the car how far you're pushing the pedal. Is that really what's happening here? I mean, I can't be the only one that sees that as a huge problem. Okay? And the first guy we looked at, I think he was totally right. A lot of these videos, these guys are just looking for clicks and views, and that is quite obvious. Okay. This here could have been the same thing, showing his Cybertruck on a tow truck and saying, oh, steering and brake fail, right? So if there's anyone watching this that actually has one of these Cybertrucks, I would like to ask you, is it software that is actually activating the brakes, or is it the pedal itself? Because it should be down to the pedal. If all else goes wrong, you should always be able to stop your car. I mean, and if you can't, if a software glitch is going to, render your brake pedal useless, then that's a horrible situation to be in. I just wanted to give you guys some of my opinions about this, see what you guys think. So, alright, that's it for now, y'all.